Well, good Sunday morning. We are continuing to feel the chill in the air for a little bit longer. As we look at our live Super Doppler 4, notice off towards our west and northwest, we've got what appears to be a little bit of snow. And yes, across some locations, that is the case, especially further north of Tennessee. Right towards the Tennessee-North Carolina border, a few flakes are possible. However, any bit of moisture as of right now that's falling, it's not actually reaching the ground because the air mass above us is so dry. Not necessarily going to be the case for the next 24 hours. Still could see a few flakes sticking around through early tomorrow morning and even into tomorrow evening. But for the most part, we are looking at fairly dry conditions for the time being. Highs across western North Carolina similar to yesterday, just getting into the 40s. The rest of us low to mid 50s. So we are still looking at below average temperatures as we close out the weekend. Take a look at what happens the next couple of days, though. Highs for the upstate remaining in the 40s, even the lower 40s on Tuesday. That's not even accounting for those overnight lows that are going to, for many of us, get into the teens and the 20s, lower 20s for quite a few locations. And then as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures are back on the rise briefly. So we're still a little bit on this roller coaster of temperatures, but at least for the time being, anticipate very chilly conditions, especially during those morning hours. Now, as far as today goes, mainly dry. Yes, a few flakes are going to be possible across the highest elevations of western North Carolina, but as of right now, not really expecting much out of it. The rest of us, a mix of sun and clouds, still going to feel the chill in the air, but it is going to be a fairly quiet finish to the weekend. As we head on into the start of next week, so we are continuing to see fairly quiet conditions. You might have seen that quick little blip there of a few flurries early or late Sunday night into the start of Monday morning, but otherwise we're looking at mainly dry conditions, a very quiet weather pattern on tap for us, but yes, it is coming with those very chilly conditions. So the 4-day looks like this: a few extra clouds to kick off the day and then more sunshine during the afternoon. We continue this theme as we head on into the next several days, but take a look at Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Overnight lows, low to mid 20s for the upstate. And we'll see a slight warm up as we head towards the end of next week, but it's very brief because then our temperatures are back on the tumble as we head on into the weekend. Well, we are kicking off the month of December on a chilly note. We're continuing this cold stretch of weather for the time being. But as far as our conditions go today, nice and dry for most of us, other than a few flurries possible across the mountains. The rest of us, you can expect a mix of sun and clouds, but keeping the chill in store for us. Now, typically speaking, as we enter into meteorological winter, our average highs should top out in the upper 50s. Not going to be the case the next several days. In fact, we're going to be getting into the lower 50s, even potentially the 40s for afternoon highs. So quite a bit colder than where we should be as we kick off the month of December. Today, fairly close or within a couple of degrees. Most of us will be topping out in the mid 50s for western North Carolina, upper 40s. So chilly conditions, especially when you factor in a little bit of a breeze. It's going to make our temperatures feel about 5 or so degrees colder than the actual temperature outside. Now, as we head into early next week, temperatures even colder. Highs across the upstate will only get into the 40s Monday into Tuesday, but western North Carolina for many spots will remain in the 30s for afternoon highs. So very different picture compared to Thanksgiving Day where we reached 70 degrees. Now, as we head towards mid to late week, temperatures will be back on the rise ever so slightly, a gradual warm up. And for the most part, our weather pattern is also going to come with cold and quiet conditions. So we're looking mainly dry, but there are a few opportunities where the mountains could see a quick burst of some snow across the highest elevations and a few flurries, but that's about the extent of it. Today, mainly dry, so as we close out the weekend, nice quiet conditions, mix of sun and clouds, and chilly, so bundle on up. But as we head on into Sunday night, early Monday morning, that's where we have this potential right towards the Tennessee-North Carolina border there, where we could see a few flakes flying. And then we also have another opportunity throughout Monday, where we could also see a few flurries. But the rest of us looking dry, quiet and very cold as we move on into the first full week of December. So get the heavy jacket ready because you will need it. So the 4-day looks like this. Overall, mainly quiet for today, moving on into the next few days, but those overnight lows really taking a tumble. Tuesday morning, 25 degrees. Wednesday morning, lower 20s. And then we will start to see a slight warm up, at least briefly, towards the end of next week, and overall mainly dry conditions. However, we do need to keep a close eye on the potential of seeing a system getting a little more organized the end of next week, but right now keeping our rain chances on the low side.